The greatest gift you can give yourself is detaching completely from the results, completely detaching from the things that you feel that you need from the external world to make you feel good intrinsically. When you detach from that, I promise you, you are living life to its fullness. You are in alignment. You are free from the societal norms of what it means to be happy, what it means to be successful, what it means to be in love, whatever the case may be, because you don't step outside of yourself to achieve something internally. And I think that that's something that is important in our journey, in our walks in life, because we like to place so much importance on the external world that we don't even recognize that the reason that the external world is the way that it is because of how we feel intrinsically. And the minute that you understand that, you never have to look for anything outside of yourself to feel good. You can just feel good and recognize that if I feel negatively about something, I could just change my belief. And once I change my belief, my reality will change. This is the law of detachment. And being in full embodiment of the law of detachment is the best way to be magnetic, to cultivate the life that you want, the love that you want, the success that you want, whatever the case may be. That is the way to do it. I thought about this, I think last night, I thought about, what is it that someone can do to really start living the life that they've always wanted or the life that they feel that they deserve. And the only thing that I came down to was two things. It was acceptance and detachment. Acceptant about where they are, who they've been, and just where they're at in life. But also detaching from when is it that I'm gonna get XYZ? When am I gonna get this love? When am I gonna get this car? When am I gonna get the success? When am I gonna get the money? Those things don't matter. I promise you it doesn't. Because what you fail to realize is that it's not those things that you get that make you feel the way that you do. It's your decision and the story that you tell yourself to be like, the friggin' trains are going crazy. The story that you tell yourself is more important than you achieving or getting the thing, because it's a neutral thing. The only thing that makes it this grandiose thing or larger than life thing is the meaning that you give it. Me buying this camera, it's just a camera at the end of the day. It's no different from the flip phone that I had. It's no different from my iPhone camera. But because I placed this level of importance of this is gonna get me my YouTube, this is gonna get my YouTube going, this is gonna get this is gonna get that. Now, the story that I tell myself about the camera elevates what the camera actually is or what it represents. The money doesn't matter, how much it costs or whatever the case may be. But the story that I'm telling myself of what my life will be like once I get this camera is what's giving me that sense of comfort. But I never needed the camera. Now, I'm grateful for having the camera, but why am I saying this? Because I'm trying to break down in the simplest form that we don't need things as much as we think that we might. The only thing that we ever needed was ourselves. And all we needed to do was have a deep understanding of what makes us tick, what makes us feel like the best version of ourselves. And then and only then can our lives really start to reflect how we feel. Because something that I've realized in my own life is that the reason that my life, whether there was an aspect of it that I didn't like, it was because there was a lack of awareness in a particular area that I wasn't seeing that I have to change how I view this thing in order for it to change the way that it views me. That's a bar. That is literally the law of duality or non-duality in a nutshell. Or maybe not. I don't know. But regardless, that was still a bar. Recognizing, I even forgot what I said, but just recognizing that there is nothing outside of you that you would ever need to feel good. It all starts within, as without. You start to just walk through life very free. Another way that you can look at it, let's look at it in the realm of relationships. You thinking that you need this person to show up a particular way, or you thinking that you need to have them hit your 5 love languages or whatever the case may be, or this person has to be this, they have to be 6'5", they have to have money, she has to have a fat butt, or whatever the case may be. All of these things are things that you given meaning to. So what should that tell you about the level of importance or what this thing actually represents? Is honestly meaningless. And not meaningless in the sense that it doesn't matter, meaningless in the sense that the only meaning that it has is the meaning that you give it. But once you detach completely from those meanings, you can create your own meanings. And you can understand, or you can start to rewire just how you perceive your reality. Because the highest form of self-love is detachment. It's detachment from what you're no longer operating on the same playing field as everybody else. You're now walking through life with a sense of calmness, peace, and serenity about what you know to be true about yourself, because you know that you are the full embodiment of the things that you want. You're the full embodiment of the success that you want. You're the full embodiment of the love that you want. You're the full embodiment of whatever the case may be, and anything that you come across in your life that is not in alignment with those things, you just don't have to give energy to it. And the minute that you don't do it, it drops out of your life naturally. And I know it's easier said than done, but I need you to understand that it's extremely important that you do so. Because attaching is the only way to attract those things. The minute that I decided that, you know what, I'm just gonna post every day. It doesn't matter whether or not I get the 100,000 subscribers or not. It doesn't matter whether or not the money comes with it. It doesn't matter if the notoriety or whatever the case may be, because I know that I'm acting in alignment with myself. And whether those things happen or they don't happen, it doesn't change how I feel about myself and what I'm doing. And I think that that's the level of detachment that I desire for you, and I desire for everybody, because I think that when we are so attached to the external world, it's almost like we are creating a prison within ourselves and within our minds about what life or what the meaning of life truly is. There is nothing in our lives that is separate from us. And you have to understand that. Where are we at? Oh, we're at 8 minutes. I kind of woke up with this topic in mind because I've been detaching a lot. If you're here from one of my earlier videos, you may know that I do drive Uber. And I do have financial goals that I want to hit. Now, a good practice of detaching from just those financial goals is recognizing that whether I hit the goals or not, it doesn't change the internal, how I feel about myself or the money that I've made. Always being grateful regardless of if it's $2 or $200. I think that that's the best way to practice detachment for me on a day-to-day basis, because I think that that's something that I struggle with. So in turn, I am doing daily things to make sure that I am grounding myself and making sure that I'm not attaching myself to something that really only has the meaning that I give it. Another example is me posting videos. Sometimes my videos get no views. Sometimes my video get 20 views. Sometimes they get 1,000. But I'm not placing my level of importance or how good a video is because of the numbers, because that is ultimately out of my control. And I think that that's also something that I want you to understand, is that the things that you're giving value are simply out of your control. So you trying to control it, you're only going to drive yourself insane. The only thing that you can control is you, how you view the thing and what this thing actually represents, how you perceive it to be. There is no point in controlling the uncontrollables. There is so much freedom, so much happiness, so much joy in recognizing that we really can't control the things around us. We can control ourselves. And the thing about self-mastery and controlling yourself is that once you can control yourself, everything else kind of naturally aligns. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's all about living in alignment. It's all about living in alignment. And detaching, not only is it living in alignment, but it is you stepping into your authentic self. It is you stepping into your higher self, because there is nobody or nothing or anything that is telling you to do anything. You are now stepping into creator mode. And there's freedom in that. So much freedom. So, as we approach the 11:15 minute mark, detach completely from the external world. Detach completely from the stories that you used to tell yourself about how you perceived your life to be, and only give energy to the stories that are in alignment with the version of yourself that you desire to be. And once you do that, set it and forget it. I think that's another, what's the word I'm looking for? Another way I like to break down detachment: set it and forget it. Because once you set the intentions of this is what it is, and you forget it, you no longer have that emotional attachment to, I need this to happen, or I need this to come at XYZ time. Because what you find is when you forget it, the amount of time doesn't even matter. You just kind of look at me like, oh, damn, it happened. You know? Because time is just a social construct too. But that's a topic for another day. But yeah, man, detach from your reality, and your reality is just going to, honestly, it's just gonna change a whole lot faster, because you accepted that it has changed. Something that I heard in a TikTok from Bashar, he was saying that each moment of every day, you have the choice to be a different version of yourself. And I think that also ties into the law of detachment, because you're no longer operating from ego. You're no longer operating from, oh, well, this is just how I am. No. This is just how you are because this is how you believe yourself to be. But you could change who you are and how you see yourself every moment of every day, if you want to look at it from that way. But if you want to simplify it, just detach from the stories that no longer serve you, and detach from the meaning of whatever it is that you believe you'll feel better once you get: the money, the car, the subscribers, the followers, the love, whatever the case may be. Detach from those things entirely and decide, I am it. Whether I get those things or not, it does not change how I feel about myself, and it does not change about how I operate or maneuver in this life or in this world. And once you do that, you'll come to find that those things just naturally fall in your lap, because you're no longer looking at those things as separate from you. You are becoming those things. As a man thinketh, therefore he is. I don't know if that's the same, but that's what I felt like saying just now. So, yeah, I think that's a good stopping point. I feel really good about that video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. If you guys made it this far in the video, thank you all so much. My name is Trent Bishop. Catch you on the next one. Peace.